Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to another unboxing for the Marvel Battleworld Battle Ball Miniatures game by Funko. So these are little mystery boxes. So this is the third set called Ultimate Armory. I have 20 balls I'm going to open. Set just came out. It's Series 3. I do have two of the Series 2, which are yellow, which are the Treachery and Twilight. So we're going to open up them as well. Maybe mixed in there. And then there's also the first series, which I don't have any of. Those are blue balls. Adult joke funny. So I'm going to open these up. I already opened up one because I kind of wanted to see what the new content was. Because there's some new stuff in here. And just a brief overview. You can check out my other videos if you want. I do have a kind of like a how-to play video on here if you want an idea. But what makes these really fun is you can actually open them up and play a game with each ball. Or you can buy multiple balls, play a bigger game or a multiplayer game. But what you're getting in each mystery ball here is you are getting one hero mover, which is one tiny little miniature character, and then the hero card that goes with them. So like if you get Iron Man or Scarlet Witch or Captain Marvel, you get their card that goes with them. You get one, it's called a Thanostones container with a mystery hero and their card that goes with them. So there'll be special characters that are only available inside these like hidden packages inside here. So you get 2 characters per pack. And the things with the hidden characters, so like they're gonna look like this. And mine's cracked open. And they're gonna have a number on the bottom. The number on the bottom is gonna dictate. So this is F, so it's 3. It's a Series 3, so it's number 28 in the set. So number 28 is always going to be number 28, no matter what. And it's going to have a mystery card with it. You're going to get these big hexagon cards to work as a playmat. So those are your battle cards. You get 5 of those. You get 1 attack die. 3 armored tokens, which are brand new, 5 danger tokens, and a danger coin. And basically how the game is played is you take your hero, you shuffle up these other battle cards. You don't open up your mystery cards yet. You're supposed to, as you play through the game, you're supposed to unlock them. And essentially, just a quick run through on how the game plays is during your turn, you can pick one of your characters. So if you're just playing with one set, you'll have one character. If you have multiple balls or multiple people playing, each person will have their number of characters or however. But you get to move them around this grid. So every turn you take these battlefield cards, which will look like these guys. And they make up your field and they decide how you're going to actually, where you're going. You're trying to defeat various enemies. You get to move around the board. And then you roll dice and use your hero abilities. And their stats decide. So some heroes are better at defeating some areas than the other. If you hit, you get to score a point, and you move along the little tracks on here, so in the bottom. Like, the Tinker here, for example, only takes 1 hit. They can take up to 3. If you lose, though, you move this danger token over. If it gets to 3, then they win. You lose 3 times, you lose the game. But to win, you have to beat so many based on how many cards are. So more people are, the more you have to win. Then there's also a token you flip for day and night, which will advance it and have different other effects. Yes, it's pretty simple. Basically, you're moving your character along this board that keeps getting bigger and bigger the more cards you have, trying to beat various goals. Then the new thing they added, so I'm going to go over this a little bit more, is they added these armor tokens. So you're going to get these little token sheets, which have your day-night tokens, your danger tokens, you have Thanos' space, and there's armor tokens, which cover up the symbol on the character card. So the Tinker here costs, you have to have a power level of 8+. So if he has an armor token on him for some reason, it's going to automatically make it 10+. But then the first time you do damage and you beat that, you get that token and they drop back down. And then now you have a +3 that you can add to one of your other effects, making your game a little bit easier. It's just kind of a neat extra effect. And then some characters in the set are armored characters that get them. And then there's special locations called the Thanostone locations. And if you beat these, that's when you get to pick up your magical little Thanostone crystal, and then you get to open up, and now you have a second hero to use. So if those randomly appear in the cards you draw, you're going to probably want to go towards those first. You get a second hero to use, makes your game a little bit easier. And at that point, you're supposed to then crack it open to find out who your mystery character is. And there's like the different modes you have to play. So if you're playing one hero, you have one. Two, you have two. How many different cards you have to beat. So some interesting stuff there. And there's the checklist at the bottom. And we'll kind of look at that as we go through. So that's just a quick overview. Now, with all that being said, is if you have watched my other previous videos, or if you looked around, there are some accessories for this game that you can buy. And one of them there's a battle case, which is a storage case for all these, which is really nice. And then the other one is it comes with a little Groot with a plant costume. It's an accessory set. And what they do is they have, I have a video you can check out, but they have a plastic version of these instead of like this like styrofoamy stuff. That you can then take your figures, you can put them back in there as a mystery figure again. So if you want to, so if you like crack them open, even if you play the game, you open them up and you see what they are, you can then put any random characters you have in these mystery things, and then like, you can like, oh, I did open up my new mystery pack, oh, I got this guy, then pull out your associated card. So that was a really cool addition they had. Alright, so we're going to jump in. Like I said, I already opened up one box because I wanted to see what the Armory stuff was ahead of time. So there's our mover, and this is going to be a vision. We also get a die, and these ones are going to be yellow. So they have different numbers you can roll on there. So you roll a die and you add this number to whatever corresponding power you have. So Vision's going to do better at the mental, a little bit better at the energy. He's not going to get any bonuses from strength or movement. So kind of figure out where you want to move. It makes more sense to move into the mental areas. Stars they always win. The little Thanos picture means they always lose. And there's other stuff that affects those. Yeah, so this is the Vision card. So it's going to match his artwork. They all have a special ability here. So it's just phase. Vision may re-roll battles once. Re-roll attacks once at armored battles. So there's special places called armored battles, which we'll see. And he gets to re-roll against that. And he's number 16 of 30. And then you can flip them over after you activate your character. You flip them over their grade, just so you know that you've played as them. Alright, so there's Vision. We're going to set him off to the back here. Then let's look at, I guess I can leave this up here. We're going to look at the 5 battle cards we got. So we've already looked at the Tinkerer. So it costs 8, and then you get a bonus from strength, energy, or movement. I love the little pictures on these. I love all these drawings. They're like brand new drawings. So it looks like he's got some Ultrons in the back, which he's playing with maybe like a Star-Lord mask. Kind of what it looks like. I don't know if that's for sure what it is. But yeah, there's the Tinker. He's set number 50 of 50. And then we also looked at the Thanostone. This is Technopolis. So this set is based off of, the entire game is based off the Secret Wars comic books that came out a couple of years ago. And they had Battleworld, which are a bunch of different sections of this mismatched world, which each one dealt with different like alternate like realities or like comics and stuff, but they like made your own little world. So like one of them was like if the Marvel Civil War still happened, Iron Man, Captain America. One of them was if the Inferno from X-Men still happened. One was Spider Island. One of them was Old Man Logan. One of them was and like this one's based off of the Armor Wars. So it's like this is a world where everyone in this world or in this domain area had to have a suit of armor. So that's what this is heavily based off. So a lot of armor cards with that. There's characters with armor. Some of the previous sets had 2099 characters. This one has a few of those. Plus, someone had like creature versions, like lizard people and stuff like that. There's also like various Thor characters because those were a big part. So it's loosely based on that, but it's its own gimmick too. So you're gonna get a lot of stuff like that. So Technopolis is this place where everyone had to wear a suit of armor to stay alive. It's just kind of neat. We're gonna get some cool characters from that. So all I'm gonna say, all these Thanostones, is a Thanostone and then what type it is. So here we have our first armor battle. So it's gonna say Baron Stark's henchmen. So this is that's what they called whoever ran whatever the domain was a Baron. So Baron Stark's henchmen, so these are a bunch of armored soldiers. So this is armored battle. When added, cover the attack target number with an armor token. When hit, the first hero placed on the hit track takes the armor token. So it's basically just re-explaining those rules. So when this comes out, instead of it being 7+, you put one of these 10+ counters on there. And it covers up that 7+. Then when you first time you have to enter that area, if you roll over 10+, you gain that counter and then it drops down to 7. So it just gives them a little defense to begin with. Next up we have Immortus, a version of Crane the Conqueror. It's just kind of cool. Little timeline thing. And then finally we have Stingray, who's an armored Avenger. Kind of has flight abilities, but he's also an aquatic character. Yeah, kind of neat. Different characters like that. And then, of course, we have your token tile that you're going to get, which, as you start buying these, you're going to get sick of these. So I'm going to have 20 of just this one. They make it so you can just play the game right off the bat, but after, like, two packs, I don't need any of these anymore, and after about 3 or 4, even these armored tokens are going to become way too many. Like, there's one card in this set that uses an armor token, so I probably don't need all the rest of them. Alright, so then up next is we have our mystery packs. We have F328, and I've already cracked it open, so we just see what's in there. So if you're curious on who this is, so if you open this up, if you don't want to open this and you want to try and resell it because maybe you want to get rid of it, that's what number it is. So we're going to open this up, and we got, boom. Right off the bat, we have Iron Spider-Gwen. Or as they call her, Iron Gwen. But this is the ultra rare version, which is called Platinum. So in all the 3 sets, they've had 6 ultra rare, which are themed in color. The first series with the Infinity Stones. They had 6 characters, 1 for each color of the Infinity Stones. The second set had Twilight characters, which were sparkly gold. These ones get Platinum, which are silver with like blue highlights. I like that they have the blue highlights on there, like her eyes. She has some on her shoulders. Because if they just spray painted it gold, I would have been, or silver, I would have been kind of irritated. But yeah, this is basically like if Gwen Stacy or was an Iron Man character. So she wasn't in any of the comics as far as I know. But she's called Super Armored. Begins the game with 2 armored tokens. Untouchable. Iron Gwen doesn't discard her armor token if her armor attack misses. So with these platinum characters, this ultra rare is they have the same exact look other than the color of the regular versions. They usually either have boost up stats or something else. So this she's 3 and 3, so I don't think her stats are going to be any more boosted. But she's got this super armor, so she gains an extra armor. Otherwise, her untouchable ability, if following the theme of the previous set, should be the exact same. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and stick that back in there. Alright, so that was pack number 1. And the rest of the packs will go by a lot quicker. Because I'm not going to sit there and drone on about how to play after every single set. I just need to find a spot to put all these extra balls. Oh, I guess the other thing is sort of neat. So the little balls here have top and bottom. That little spot to put your character, and you can put your card in the back here. So I'm not going to grab the visions. I don't feel like digging for it, but so you can display your characters on your shelf if you'd like, and then the other side you can display your other character. So that's also kind of a neat alternate to the ball if you don't want to keep storing everything. Alright, let's hop into ball number 2. So it should go a little bit quicker as long as I can get them open without too much trouble, which is sometimes an issue. Alright, where's the tear point? Here it is. Alright, so there we got the ball. Pop it open, we'll immediately be able to see everything that's in there. It's all wrapped up. So let's see who our hero is. We got, and I almost threw it right off the table. We got Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. So that's exciting. So then we'll have, of course, the instructions. We'll have our token sheet, which we don't care about. And then we'll have our pack. So these packs are, the character card will always match, but the other cards will always be a mystery. So we're going to start off with Miss Marvel. And now some of these are going to have, they're all going to have colored borders. Border doesn't necessarily mean anything. They just kind of gave them certain colors. So we have Miss Marvel. She has 2, 2, and 2 for attacks. Flexible. When Miss Marvel is at a strength battle, the attack target becomes 7+. So that could be good or bad. If it's a high one, like an armored card or something else, she can automatically drop it down. But if she's fighting something that's like a 4 or 5 for some reason, it actually becomes harder. So it's kind of interesting because it's not an optional effect. Alright, so our 5 cards. So unfortunately, we got another Immortus right away. And we got another Baron Henchman. We're going to get duplicates. There's only 50 cards of these. We got a new Thanostone. We got Stark Tower. We got Kingpin's crew. So a bunch of Iron Man armors. And some of these are going to be duplicates. But then they sometimes have like 2 or 3 versions of these. So we'll see if we get some of those. And then we have the Spider Slayers. Which are, I've never seen that design for a Spider Slayer before. So that's pretty fun. But like that one can only do strength. So she fought against that. She dropped that from a 9 down to a 7, which would make it easier for her to beat. So cool. That is those. So then we have mystery number 2. So this is it's not number 2 of just this would be product number 2, where the other one is number 28. So usually if you see these, you can see higher numbers, then you know that it means you're going to probably get one of the rare ones. Like 28, because the last 5 in the set are the ultra rare, so this is probably going to be a common character. So it doesn't mean you're only going to get rares in here, but it's specifically characters that are always in this set. So like, this is number 2, so this is number 2 is Armored Captain Marvel. So she's only gonna ever be in that ball. You're never gonna find her as one of the loose characters. Even though she is a common. And if I can figure out how to tear this open, we will look at it. Alright. So there is Captain Marvel's card. She has armor. She gets like an armored border, which is kind of neat. She has 2 and everything but movement. Begins with an armored token and amplify. Captain Marvel adds +5 instead of +3 when making armored attacks. So it's kind of neat. So yeah, neat little armor. Like the metal piece on the back that kind of represents like her mohawk that she usually has. Plus this clear base is really cool. I think that's something new they haven't really done before. So there is that. Alright. Set those two off to the side. And crack open ball number 3. So a lot of these characters repeat, like the specific characters repeat from the same one. Like they've had Captain Marvel and Iron Man, Groot, Spider-Ham are a bunch of characters that appeared in every set so far, and they're gonna keep appearing. But then there's always new characters in every one, which makes it also fun to collect these. See what new characters we got. So here we got maybe a lesser known character. Manphibian. I mean, they're pretty detailed for what they are. Then they'll have that little hole on their feet. So I'm not sure where Manphibian is exactly from. Which is odd, because usually I know where most of these characters are from. But he could be original, created just for this. It is very possible. Alright, so Manphibian has 4 strength and he has 2 movement. So typically these characters always have 6. And that just kind of makes them, keeps them all even. So he has a Lurker. Manphibian may reroll attacks once if he did not move this turn. So that's kind of a fun one, so if you're trying to beat an area. So we have the Leviathan Tide. Bunch of giant monsters we're going to fight. Here we have some Machine Men, so an armored battle. We get Baron Stark, so we get Baron Stark himself. We have the Thanostones, the Amazon Forest. You're gonna start running into those because there's usually only like 5 different Thanostones, and there's 1 in every pack. So essentially, after a while, you're only getting 4 cards per pack, because you're gonna start getting duplicates of them very fast. And then, an X-Men villain, the Dire Rafts, which is kind of fun because they haven't actually had any X-Men characters, X-Men exclusive characters in this set. They've had, I think, characters that might be like X-Men and Avenger characters, like in this set, there's Scarlet Witch, but at this point, he's generally more associated with Avengers than X-Men. But yeah, maybe, hopefully, if they make like another set, they'll start coming out with some X-Men. That'd be cool. Alright, so our next mystery ball is, or Thanostone is number 9. So this will be a common as well. So I think I have to get up into somewhere past the late teens, into the 20s to start getting rares. Awesome. So we got Iron Man 2099. We'll also get kind of a little see-through effect. I like his design. So this is not Tony Stark in 2099. This is a separate character. I can't think of his name. He's actually I'm sorry if I'm saying the wrong politically correct term, but he's a dwarf, or a midget. He's a smaller person, who actually is up in the armor. This is kind of neat. I like the idea of like he's this acts kind of like a robot, but he's actually like a person inside. But he's not just Tony Stark, playboy billionaire. It's just kind of a neat idea. It's a good comic to check out, the Battleworld 2099 series. So yeah, he's got a 3, a 1, and a 2. He has Auto Beam. Iron Man 2099 and all nearby heroes may reroll armor attacks once. So now you can mix and match everything from this set to the old sets, and that's perfectly fine. Just as you mix match these guys, some of their abilities might become weaker because there's not as many armored cards. So I mean, you might just have to maybe like decide maybe some other way, like house rule way, like add armor cards into other things, or add tokens onto them. Otherwise, if you, let's say you have a stack of like, you know, you're playing a stack of 10 or like 30 cards or something, you might want to just be like, okay, so out of 30 cards, 10 of them have to be armored cards, or, you know, 5 of them have to be armored cards. Otherwise, you know, you're not going to run into them. You know. Or just don't use armored heroes, and that's not an issue either. You can add any armored ones without using armored heroes. So our first character is Grand Marshal Rhodes. So this is War Machine as a Thor. That was one of the other things with Battleworld. There was so in that series, Doctor Doom, basically is Emperor Doom. He runs the world, mismatches his world. He was saving the universe from being destroyed, and this is his way of doing it. He made a patchwork world. And so they used Thor as essentially like his police force. So what they did is every single different domain or different world had its own Thor. And you've seen some of them from previous sets, because we had like Wizard Thor, Gamora Thor, Groot Thor. So we had some other different Thors from different worlds. So this adds the one from Technopolis, the Iron themed world. And it was Rhodey, War Machine. He became Thor. So he gets this, you know, he makes his own hammer rather than having a typical Thor hammer, but he has a cape and everything. Yeah, so he's got 3 and 3 for his 6. He has Supercharge. When Grand Marshal Rhodes attacks hit at a energy battles, he advances twice. So he can charge up and do some extra damage that way. We have a Thanostone. We have the Mud Kingdom. Kind of lackluster art there, but that's alright. So we have another Machine Men. And I do want to point this out. So this is actually a neat thing. They started this in the second one. Not as much on the first one. So we've had this Machine Man the first time. So there's 2 guys in there. It has a fist and a brain and 7+. And it has a knight symbol. So then we get a different version. So now there's Machine Men all over in the back. And it costs 7+ still, but now it takes energy and a wing. So it has like the same effect. So it's kind of a neat thing they started doing where they have duplicate versions of some of these cards. They added extra characters in there just to show like these are minion characters. So like you might have like one version that has this, and then some that are a little bit more powerful that have more. We got another Immortus, unfortunately. Leviathan Mother. So he can be, takes a little bit more to take out. And then, yeah, so here's another example of that with the Spider Slayers. So those were, so that one only has 3, and it costs 6+, so a little bit easier to defeat. Then we had this one that costs 9+, that has a ton of them in there, in the artwork. So that was a really fun thing they started doing, just to show off all the different things. Alright, so we're going to get number 20. If you haven't seen number 2, this is a rare one, because it's towards the bottom. Oh, and we got our first Groot. We got an armored Groot. Alright, yeah, so we've had some baby Groots, and now we got kind of a baby Groot, but he's all armored for him. He's got a shield. Kind of get wrapped, so it's coming right off his arm. It's really cool. There is a little animated series you can watch with these characters, which is also kind of fun. These cards do get a little bit bent up, you're going to see. They're a little bit dinged up in the corners. Unfortunately, there's not much you can do about that, the way they're shipped. But here we have Groot, so he's armored. To 2 energy for strength. Living armor. When Groot's armor attacks hits, give the armor token to another nearby hero, so he's gonna help out somebody else. So that is fun. Alright, there's those guys. So far, no duplicate characters. I like that. Do I think I'm going to get the entire set? Nope. I'm going to start getting duplicates at some point. Potentially, I might get all of them. I have 20 balls to go through. And there's 2 in every one, so that's 40 characters. And there's only 30 in the set, so it is potential that I could get every single character. But I'll obviously have duplicates, because I'll have 10 extra characters. But the longer I can go without a duplicate, the better, right? Alright, we have Gladiator, Steve Rogers, or Captain America. So he is also from one of the Battleworld comics, where he fights in a gladiatorial arena, with a giant T-Rex, called Double Dinosaur. It's his ally. So that's really fun. Unfortunately, he's not in this set with him. But yeah, there's a little... He's got some gladiator, he uses an axe. His costume's, very similar. He's got some ponytail. He's a little bit more, primitive, kind of. I mean, he acts more aggressive. He's not as strategic as the regular one. So he has strength and movement. Captain America, the Gladiator. Gladiator. When Captain America's attacks hit at his strength battle, he advances twice. Alright, so we're gonna get some more dire rafts. I think we've seen that one. We got more Baron's henchmen. Oh, so sweet. For the gladiatorial combat, we get Hydra Warriors. So this is their gladiatorial versions. So that's a fun little thing. And then we got another Leviathan and another Thanostone. These cards are actually harder to collect than the regular characters, which is really funny. Alright, so we got number 21. So, if I'm just squeezing these, that's how I open them. Some people might use a knife, some people might, try and peel them apart. I just find squeezing, but I also have pretty good hand strength. So, we got an Iron Ham. So, every set has had a Spider Ham in some capacity. So this one, we're going to get Iron Ham. I love his tail on there. It's a electric plug. 2 brains, 1 energy, 3 wings. So he's got a little bit, spread across those. It says rewind. When Iron Ham attacks, misses, and the battle is lost, he may place an armor token on it to reset it. So yeah, you don't have to use your armor tokens up if you don't want to. And there's a good reason not to. So then he's got like a backpack on there. He's got a little plug tail. So that is fun. We got one of him. Alright, let's see what is in our next mystery ball. So we went through majority of the first bunch. So we're at number 6 of 10. And we'll have another 10 to do on the other side of the table here. Oh, come on. There we go. Wrappers are kind of a pain. Alright, who do we got? First of all, set you guys down over here. Oh, we got another new one. Perfect. I started using this clear plastic, which is really cool. So we got an Iron Scarlet Witch. So that's really neat. Just called Scarlet Witch on here. I don't know why some of them got listed as like armored, named armored, some of them didn't. There's Scarlet Witch wearing armor. Let's take a little bit closer look at that figure. So her energy orb there is translucent. That's really cool. She's still got like her cape, but it's like metal panels. But I like how she still has hair. They're like, you have to be 100% in armor, so you're protected, except you're allowed to have your hair flowing out. So she has barrier. Do not advance bad tokens. When Scarlet Witch battle, well, she has an armored token. So as long as you hang on to her armored token, she can prevent stuff from advancing, such kind of thing. So you see she has a little bit weaker stats. She only has 4 points instead of 6, like some of the other characters do. And I think it's because of her ability. Because if you leave her sit around on an area, she's at least going to keep it from advancing. So they didn't want to give her beefed up stats as well. So it's kind of nice that they're playing around with that, not just making everyone 100% the same. So here we have, first villain, we have the Living Brain. We have some more Stark henchmen, more Hydra warriors, another Stingray, and another Mud Kingdom. So I'm not doing very well at collecting all of these, unfortunately. Alright, but our Thanostone figure is number 24, which we have not had. Again, we're getting towards the rarer side. I think out of the 30 of them, 5 of them are for sure in there, because I think all of the ultra rare, like the platinum ones, are in there. So that leaves you 25. I want to say it's maybe another 10 of those are in these mystery packs. So it's about 15 of the 30, so about half. So, you know, so far I'm doing pretty well. Alright, so we got a Winter Soldier. So there we go, Winter Soldier. He has 3 fists, 3 movement. Operative. Winter Soldier may reroll attacks once at strength and movement battles. So he's got his little star on his shoulder. Getting ready to punch someone. He's got his mask. So now this could be multiple Winter Soldiers in the series. He was in one series called crap, what series was it? There's one where Crossbones leads a team of characters into the shield where they have to basically fight against zombies, trying to find the Red Skull. And Bucky was one of the people that offered to go. But there's also another one where the Captain Rogers, this Gladiator Rogers, he's actually looking for his friend Bucky. So it could be that Bucky. It could just be regular Marvel Bucky. That's what kind of makes it interesting, because it doesn't have to be one of those. With all his alternate realities, there's a bunch of different versions it could be. Could just be the regular Winter Soldier. Alright. 3 more to go on this one. And find these care tabs. So if I have any complaints about these games, is these balls are kind of neat. I wish they served more of a purpose for in the game. Because after you open them, you can stand your characters on them if you'd like. But otherwise, if you're not doing that, they're just giant plastic you gotta figure out what to do with. Alright, we got, I think his name is Ogo. I might be saying that wrong. Orgo? I was very close. So he is a monster, which sounds very redundant, but they had a special series called Monsters Unleashed. And he was one of the monsters that was in that series. He's also like an old school, kind of like movie type monster, but he is a chunky guy. So they have the Leviathans we've seen. He's one of the guys that fought against the Leviathans. So his world domination. When Orgo attacks, added battle to Battleworld. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. So he has 9 stats, so higher than most other people. But every time he attacks, you're adding another threat. So he hopefully can take out stuff as quick as it's coming. Got some more Hydra Warriors, but there's only 2 in this picture. Another Machine Men. Thanostones, we have the Asgardian Throne Room. We have Kingpin, Technopolis. So, Baron Stark fought against Kingpin in this set. Oh, then we got a really fun one. So, from Spider-Ham themed worlds, we have the Terrible Terriers. That is hilarious. I don't know if they're actually off of anything. They have a bunch of animal-themed characters to kind of go with the Spider-Ham set. Alright, so our next one is we have number 1. So we had number 1 and number 2. Oh, this one doesn't want to open. There we go. Cracking an egg. So we are going to get Antonio Stark. This is a... originally this was Iron Man 2020, and then later series he got brought into the actual regular Marvel Universe, and they did stuff with him. Arno Stark. In the Battleworld sense, though, he was Tony Stark's brother and rival competitor. So he's got kind of Iron Man-ish armor, but he's got like these big deer shoulders. Kind of like spikes on here. Black and gold armor. Kind of contrast. So master planning. Arno Stark's armor attacks always hit, but not on a Thanos spot. So as long as you can gain armor, he's going to do damage. So you have him take out higher level ones. So that's pretty cool. Alright, let's see what we got next. There it is. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, one of my other balls must have swooped to the other side. There's only 7 here. That's alright. We'll find a 10th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Alright. So we got 2 more to go after this. And then we've done 10. Alright. Okay, so we got our first duplicate. We got another Iron Rhodes, so I'm just going to leave him in the package. Just because that way I don't have extra ones sitting around. Oh, and we got our first duplicate rare here. We got another F20. So we got a second duplicate there. So alright, that was a double duplicate pack. Gonna happen, right? Unfortunately, I wish it wasn't the Thanostone one. But we'll still look at what cards we got. We got Mud Kingdom, some Machine Men, some Immortus, Leviathan Monsters, Spider Slayers, and then Grand Marshal Rhodes. I also wonder if some of these, if like they release these characters, like the Battleworld cards, if some like they release this kind of like the waves. Like, Wave 1 gets a bunch of these characters, and then Wave 2 gets the rest of the Battleworld cards. Not the actual characters. I think you could potentially get all of them. But it even seems like with Series 1 and 2, like, when I bought a bunch at the same time, I got a lot of the same characters over, or Battleworld cards over and over. But then, like, as I bought later ones, I got different ones. So I'm not sure. But we got a new guy. I am not even sure who this is. but he looks badass. This is called Smasher. So I don't know if he's a new guy. I've never seen him before. So he might be someone created just for this game. But he looks pretty cool. So he's got 2 metal arms, 2 regular arms, 4 eyes, wings. Yeah, he's like the ultimate villain. So there's some of his arms. Big giant, like, serrated blade. Big battle helm. I like that 2 of his eyes are on his helmet. It's kind of neat. So he has combined form. Smasher adds the bonus of all heroes he is with to his bonus attacks. So he's got 1 of each. So not much, but if anyone else is with him, he gains a bunch more. So, is that why maybe it's called Smasher? Because he's smashing a bunch of different characters together. That's kind of neat. Alright, we got some new ones. We have Chondo the Mystic, who I've also never heard of before. But look at this crazy guy. Bird beak, bat wings, a horn, weird tentacles, a tongue. That's crazy. We got Machine Men. I don't think I've had one with only 3 before. Amazon Forest. We have some of the terrible terriers, but we only got 3 of them this time. And we got some more dire rafts. And then our stone, looks like we got another number 2, so we're not going to open that one. So we're getting some duplicates of those guys. Alright, got 1 more from Series 3, and I think I'll open up my Series 2s. And then we'll call this one video, and we'll do the other 10 in video part 2. Maybe I'll add one to each video. Alright, who do we got in this set? Oh, we got another new one. Sweet. We got Hela and her Necro Sword. It's sometimes hard to make these characters look menacing when they're in little chibi forms. But there is Hela. And the Draugr Army. So she's got 4 energy, 1 strength, 1 movement. Hela and nearby heroes may reroll attacks once when Hela is nearby a lost battle. So if you lost a battle, you flip the card upside down, you pull a token out to note that you lost. You can only lose 3 or lose the game. But at least it gives you an advantage. If you lose, she can come back and help you bonus up some of them while she hangs around some of those. We're going to get Spidey Villain, the Shocker. Some more Machine Men. Another Chandu. Another Mud Kingdom. And some more Spider Slayers. Alright, but we did get a new mystery one. We got number 22. So now we have 20, 21, and 22. So let's see what this is. Oh, that one popped open nicely. It is another Miss Marvel, but this one's different. She has her fist out. So, as a comparison, there's the regular one. So there she has one of her big end hands. Personally, for me, I think that I don't mind that they have duplicate characters in some of this if they have like a different feel for them. Not counting like the super rare, the ultra rare ones that have like a different like color completely, but like so a good example would be, so they have Vision here, one of the collector sets, which I don't have yet, or that's a good video like that too, has classic Vision, which has alternate colors for him. Or they have like in the original one, Spider-Man and Symbiote Spider-Man. Same pose, just a different paint job, but it looks like a different character. This one at least has a different pose, so it's kind of neat. But I guess I generally don't really want two different Miss Marvels. They did the same thing. We're going to see a spoiler. We're going to see another Bucky like that and another Grand Marshal Rhodes. But here she has embiggen, so she may re-roll attacks once she has rolled 5 or less, but not on a Thanos. So she doesn't roll high, she gets to re-roll. So 2, 2, and 2. So at least she has a different ability, though. They didn't just like give her the same ability. So you could potentially have two of these characters running around together. Alright, so I'm going to put her over there. And then we are going to open up one of the Series 2 packs. And just see if we can maybe get the one of the last characters I'm missing out of that set. And then you'll also get an idea. If you haven't watched the other videos, you'll have some idea of what's maybe in these. If you want to try and hunt these down, because now that the third set's coming out, they're going to be a little bit cheaper. Alright, so the character I got was Groot Thor, which we talked about earlier. You're going to get a red guy with these instead of the yellow guy. He's a brass cape. I'm not going to open that because I already know what's in there. Let's see what cards we got. I'll always open up these ones, or I'll try to. I didn't tear properly. There we go. So this one also came with kind of a wasted extra piece. It's kind of neat because it shows off some of the other stuff you can get. Your Talon Fighter with Black Panther and the Collector's Tower. Just wants to focus. So those are two other accessories you could have gotten in Series 2 to add different effects to the game. And then in Series 1, they also had a Thanos ship and a travel portal with an Ultron. So it's kind of a neat little extra thing, but again, after you get one of these in every single pack, they end up just being garbage. There is Groot Thor. It says, I am Groot Thor. When Groot Thor wins a strength battle, decrease the threat on all nearby battles, so that's pretty fun. We had Thanostones Manhattan. This added a special set of cards called Tricks. So Loki's Tricks, he had time paradoxes, so he curses, so it says whatever square is next to it this way. Heroes at that curse battle may not use strength or brains, so you have to kind of take him out first. From Spider Island, we had the Infected AIM Soldiers. We have a Bullfrog from Spider-Hamverse. And another spider character, we have the Infected Iron Fist. Number 24. I'm just trying to see what mystery figure this is. See if I want to open it. I do not. It is Twilight Spider-Ham. So I'm not going to open this one up just because it's a ultra rare. And if I decide to resell it, I can resell it for more. But it is a Spider-Ham that is a Twilight version. So it's actually cool. I got an ultra rare. I already had it. But I got another one. Alright, so that's end of video 1. If you enjoyed that, let me know. I will do a part 2 with the other 11 balls I have. See you guys then. Bye.